The Wood Harbor Kitchen, because it's time for great food with Winnie Moranville.
Welcome to Great Food. I have with me the owner of one of my favorite food shops in Des Moines, Melissa Bartholomew. Welcome, Melissa.
Thank you.
Well, tell us a little bit about VOM FASS. There are, I can't believe it, but there are people out there who don't know anything about this shop, and I think they're mystified by it a little bit. So break it down for us.
Yeah, I mean, there's still people discovering us every day, which is great. So VOM FASS is, we sell oils, vinegars, of course. So we have the culinary side, which we're going to feature today, but we also have wonderful single malt scotches, brandies, bourbons, Irish whiskeys. Wow. We have liqueurs, and we have wine. So the great thing about the shop is being able to come in and sample, so you make sure you like what you're getting. So that's kind of the great thing, is you're able to sample before you buy, so that way you know you're getting what
that's
what
right.
you
And
like.
those casks right there are, I mean, that's the fun part. You just kind of go through, and you can, like, you know, people will give you a little teaspoon, and you can taste, and you can really see. And then I love the way you let people try things together. Like, here, taste this lemon olive oil, you know, next to a date vinegar, and you taste it, you're like, oh, and you start thinking of all these great things you can cook with it.
And that's probably the best thing too, because when they come in, besides sampling, is if they want ideas, we always love to make suggestions. Because a lot of people, you know, get a little overwhelmed when they first come in, because they're like, what do I do with this? And it's mostly just using what you're already doing and what you're already cooking, and kind of what we're talking about today, because vinaigrettes are more than just salads. They're great with grains, which we're going to talk about, quinoa today, but great with couscous, great with pastas. I mean, vinaigrettes can be dressing a whole lot of things besides salad greens.
What I just talked about, the date, and I put date balsamic vinegar with date vinegar with orange oil, and I mixed it together, and that was a lamb chop sauce.
Yeah.
It was lamb. I mean, it was like, it was a vinaigrette, but it was really just a 10-second sauce.
Yeah, and then they make great sauces, marinades, pan sauces, whatever you want to do, but all delicious.
So show us this quinoa 3 ways.
Yeah, so what I wanted to do today was really talk about quinoa, because again, it's a great, it's considered a grain. It's part of the goosefoot family. It's got a lot of minerals and vitamins in it, a lot of protein. For people who have some gluten sensitivities, this is a great option as well. But there's so many ways to use it when you think about quinoa, because it's just about what you're adding. So think about it as the base, like you would a bed of greens, and then just add whatever you want to it. So what we're going to do is do kind of a standard fall. I've got a few different fall flavors since it is fall. We've got our quinoa, so we've made that up, and quinoa is super easy to cook. It's like cooking rice, basically.
Right. How long does it take?
Like 15-20 minutes tops. So you bring it to boil, let it simmer until it soaks up all the water, and it's done. And it just makes a great base and carrier. It does absorb the oil and vinegar really well, so that's nice. So this one is kind of a fall one. So what we've done is got our prepared quinoa, and then fresh, you know, just some dried cranberries, which are always fun for the fall. We've got some grated carrots and some green onions. And we've got some beautiful pumpkin seeds to give it a little bit of crunch.
Love those.
Yeah, and some parsley as well. So you can put whatever in there. I want to overload that bowl. And then what we're going to do is kind of stir it up, and then we're going to dress it. So I've already created the little vinaigrette that we have here, and we're using our pumpkin seed, which is from Styria, Austria. It's been slightly roasted to bring out the pumpkin flavor, and then we've married that with our apple balsamic vinegar. So the pumpkin seed and apple make a great fall flavor combination.
You can't get more fall than that.
No, and it just makes a nice fall dish. And it's very colorful. I mean, you know, you eat with your eyes, right? And the more colorful your plate is, probably the more healthy it is to some degree.
Right.
So we're just going to dress this. And the pumpkin seed's got this beautiful dark green color, so don't be thrown off by that.
Yeah, I love that, actually. It's kind of, and it's got that shininess to it, too. I love it. It's
and the pumpkin seed oil is, great to bake with, roasted vegetables this time of year, soups is kind of a little drizzle over the top. Great on ice cream, popcorn. Has lots of different options to use it, but you can already smell it. Oh,
I can smell it, and it's pretty, and it's just so tasty. I make a vinaigrette with the pumpkin seed oil in the autumn, and I just love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a beautiful dish, and you can add almost whatever you want into. If there's something, if you don't like cranberries, switch it out for another dried fruit or fresh fruit. You could put some fresh green apples in here, give a little tartness, a little crunch, kind of whatever you want. So,
well, like you say, just consider this like lettuce that you would just add a bunch of things to, whatever you want.
And you can dress it however you want. And then sometimes, you know, if you give it another 15-20 minutes, don't over dress because it will absorb, and then you can always add a little bit more. So one of the other things that we did was to give a couple little variations, something a little different, is we made kind of a little Asian version to some degree. So we've got, you know, peas in there, green beans, carrots, again, a little green onion. And then this one, the one we paired it with, is a winter plum balsamic vinegar with our ginger sesame oil.
There you go. There's the Asian angle.
It is. That winter plum and the ginger sesame, great. Again, I've used this in a warm rice dish, but great with the quinoa as well.
Wow.
So that one's been already kind of marinating, and so it should have absorbed the flavors a little bit more, which is fun, but you'll definitely get that burst of plum in there. And the plum balsamic, we have this, what we were talking about a little bit earlier, because we have a beautiful ginger liqueur, so you can make a little spritzers to some degree with our winter plum balsamic, a little ginger liqueur, a nice sparkling white wine. Just gives you a beautiful little cocktail that would pair beautifully with the plum.
Right, pairing cocktails with food is what we do now. Yeah.
Did you like the plum in that?
I love it.
Isn't
I love
nice?
it. It's so good. It's so, you know, it really does have that thoroughly Asian angle.
It does.
It's excellent.
And then this one is just, I had to put, of course, salad greens in here because, you know, you got to have a little salad greens. But what you could do is to add a little more protein to your spinach. I mean, you can definitely add, again, some walnuts, some fresh cranberries, some oranges slices. But then you can actually just put it as a garnish because, again, it gave it a nice little texture to the salad. I mean, it just adds texture, which is nice.
Texture, fiber, protein.
Yeah,
just
and your vitamins and minerals. And then this one, what I've done, because, again, I'm sticking with that whole fall theme. And what's in here is our orange olive oil with our cranberry balsamic vinegar. So of course we're just going to drizzle this across. You could always, you know, put it into a salad dish and toss it too, but if you're doing for one, sometimes it's nice just to
drizzle.
Yeah.
Gosh, that looks good.
But yeah, so, and it's just, again, the grains will just kind of absorb that flavor, but a nice flavored dish. Again, you could dress, even put a little blue cheese on here, some goat cheese, whatever you want to do just to get it some flavor. But those are great flavor combinations. And again, when you think about quinoa, there's so many different ways to use it. You could use lemon and your favorite date or fig in there. The sesame with pomegranate, have fresh pomegranates in there. There's so many options with the oils and the vinegars. And so I do have classes every month that we offer that they can get on our website. So I teach an oil and vinegar one-on-one class every month. We do spirits classes, wine tastings. Holidays are coming, holiday gift giving.
You know, and I'm glad you brought these in because, you know, for me, the holiday, I mean, these gift packs are so pretty and a little bit unexpected. I mean, people, that's not your usual, you know, tie, you know, what matching tie and handkerchief, you know. It's like
bath towels, slippers.
I know. I mean, it's like people, it's so unexpected and they love it. You know, I always feel very you know, some people are really good at giving gifts, and sometimes I can't find the right thing, but you can always find something that you like.
It's going to be unique. Hopefully, you know they're going to use it, and especially if you're buying spirits, it's hard not to want to make a cocktail or have a little glass of scotch in the evening in the fall. So yeah, great gift giving. Always lots of ideas. We make a ton up for the holidays. So yeah, come and visit us and do your holiday shopping. We'd love it.
All right. Yeah, it's just the shops at Roosevelt
on 42nd Street. Yep, been there 3.5 years, so come visit us. Easy access off of 235 right there on 42nd Street.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks so much for coming in and showing this great, I mean, these are great ways with quinoa, great gift ideas.
Thank you.
And I will definitely be doing some Christmas shopping there. I always do.
Looks like you need a refill.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I love these little, these are what I take home because when I don't know how I'm going to use a vinegar, these little bottles just let you buy just a teeny bit, and that's why I adore that. So anyway, thank you again for coming in, Melissa.
Thank you.